Today was day 4 of the Ronald Exantus trial. Exantus is charged with the 2015 murder of 6-year-old Logan Tipton of Versailles. Today, jurors heard from several witnesses, including old colleagues of Exantus. ABC 36's Kelsey Thord was in the courtroom for it all. She brings us the latest from the Fayette County Courthouse.
Much of the testimony in court Wednesday focused on Exantus's access to drugs back when he was a registered nurse and what drugs may or may not have been in his system at the time of the murder.
At least the hospital I worked in, okay, the only drugs he had access to were iron, sometimes an antibiotic, and heparin, which is a blood thinner.
In court Wednesday, former colleagues of Ronald Exantus, from when he was a registered nurse in Indianapolis, took the stand for the defense. Testifying Exantus was an exemplary employee with no record of a drug problem.
I received no complaints during my time as Ron's manager for any purposes, only praises and requests for him to be the one to go to their hospital.
But the prosecution is arguing that's not who Exantus really was, instead saying Exantus regularly used drugs.
Did it surprise you to learn that he was a regular user of marijuana during the time?
I would be very surprised to hear that during the time he was my employee.
Would it also surprise you to learn that he was using hydrocodone without a prescription on a regular basis?
Similarly, I would be very surprised to hear that.
Drugs play an important role in this case because the prosecution is arguing it was that mix of marijuana and synthetic drugs Exantus was on at the time he drove to Versailles and is what caused him to stab Logan Tipton to death. But the defense is arguing Exantus was not under the influence of drugs, but instead say mental illness caused him to go insane.
Did he seem intoxicated to you at all?
No, I never had that impression.
Back in 2015, at the scene of the crime, police did recover a small amount of what looked like marijuana in Exantus's car and sent it off for testing. On Wednesday, the scientist who tested that sample read the results to the jury.
And what did you find?
It was our item 2, which agreed plant material was found to contain marijuana.
Okay. And so what else did you find?
That's it.
The judge says he expects the defense to wrap up their case Thursday and says the jury will probably be hearing closing statements come Monday. Reporting in Lexington, Kelsey Thord, ABC 36 News.